Lady Macbeth character, 5 quotes and song. But screw your courage to the sticking place and will not fail. This saying tells you that Macbeth's wife did not care about courage but only the power that they will get when they kill the king. She also didn't care about what Macbeth thought. Long as he kills Duncan and she becomes queen, she didn't care what happens. Will not fail. She is focused on her goal. Out damn spot out I say. 1, 2, why then is this time to doze? Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie. A soldier and a feared. What we need to fear, who knows it? When none can call our power to account, yet why who would have thought the man to have so much blood in him? This quote is very well known quote around the world. The reason why I like this quote is because it shows that Lady Macbeth is a bad person. She is feeling guilty and sorry for herself not having a power that she dreamed about. She is talking about the murder as though it means nothing. Duncan inco- inconsequential. She wants to feel power and all the good things to, that go with it. Instead, it seems Macbeth, out of control, has lost her power over him. She is starting to feel remorse for all the deaths that she starts to fear Macbeth. He has turned into a stone cold killer. She knows that both Macbeth and herself are going to hell. She cannot stand it and starts blurting out everything she's thinking about when she is sleepwalking. She realizes what she has created, a murdering monster. The last sentence of this quote talks about Lady Macbeth. She didn't know that Duncan murdered could cause so much death and deception and so many other murders. The raven himself is hoarse, that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlement. Come out, you spirits, and tend to mortal thoughts. Unsex me here and fill me from the crown to topful of dearest cruelty. The raven is a symbol of death. The reason that he is hoarse is because Shakespeare is foreshadowing the death that is to come. That croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan tells you that Duncan doesn't have long to live. Come out, spirits that tend to mortal souls, unsex me here tells you that as long as Duncan dies, she doesn't care what happens to her. So the gist of it tells you that she is a very dedicated woman. Not had all spent, whereout desire is got without content. 'Tis safer to that which we destroy than by destruction dwell in doleful joy. This quote is spoken by Lady Macbeth. This quote is spoken by Lady Macbeth in Act 3. As the scene opens, Lady Macbeth appears with a servant. She asks if Banquo has gone, and the servant says yes, but will return that night. She sends the servant to ask her husband to come and speak with her. Something's weighing in her mind, and when the servant has gone, she gives an advice. Naught had all spent, whereout desire without content. 'Tis safer to be which we destroy, than by destruction dwell in doleful joy. 3247. Because that rhyme her lines a bit like proverbial folk wisdom, such as a snitch in time saves nine. Just the first rhyme expresses the common experience, which is that if we get what we want, but aren't happy, and we really don't have it. The second rhyme deepens the thought by saying it would be better to be dead than be feel what Lady Macbeth is now. Feeling she and her husband destroyed King Duncan, who is now safe from the world's problems. In contrast, the lady and her husband live in doubtful joy. In Shakespeare time and world, doubt was commonly used to mean suspicion or fear, and Macbeth and his wife live in fear that their guilt will be discovered and suspicion that the witch's prophecy about Banquo will come true. Yet do I fear thy nature, it is too full o' milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Lady Macbeth's character is very dark and evil. We learned of her intentions right from the start when she receives a letter from her husband that the witches predicted he will be king. All of these thoughts have started running through her head now to he can take the throne quick rather than waiting for Duncan to die. naturally, naturally or step down. Yet do I fear the nature that is full of milk, human kindness, to catch the nearest way. This quote expresses how she does not think Macbeth has the guts bad enough to commit the murder, and she takes his throne, and the way she makes may have to commit the murder. She asks the evil spirits to come up to her and to make her a man so she have the same amount of courage. Come out, spirits, and tend to my mortal thoughts. Unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to the top full of direst cruelty. And when she says this quote, she also demands that her head was filled with evil and dark thoughts, as though she no longer has consequence and can go through with the deed. When the time comes and finally to end Duncan's life, Lady Macbeth is already ready to do it, but her husband has second thought about it. It seems the spirit did her job because she musters the strength to make Macbeth go into that room and murder the king. She tells Macbeth, "But screw your courage to the sticking place, and we will not fail." This is a turning point for her. It shows how far she is willing to go and to do just what to get what she wants. Sleepwalking past hope. HIM. I had the keys in Lockhart's love to hold you in my sweetest pain and suffering. Everything unfair in lust and war. Redemption beyond right and wrong. In our hearts, love keeps sweet talking to despair, and goes on sleepwalking past hope. All is lost in this war, and all we can do is to wail and weep in the saddest song, sleepwalking past hope. I unlit the light to embrace the dark, to be near but not to turn into the darling forever. We're lost in the soul's storm, reflections of each other's faults. I gave up long ago, painting love with crimson flow, ran out blood and hope. So I paint you no more. My hell begins from the 10th to this and descends to the circle, 666, and from there I crawl beneath Lucifer's claws just for one last kiss. This song perfectly describes Lady Macbeth's role in the play perfectly. Long before her sleepwalking scene, the scene ties in her actions. First of all, she has Macbeth wrapped around her finger, and when she says jump, he asks how high. She hides the key and unlocks her love, even if Macbeth wanted to get rid of her and not listen to her. He couldn't, since he is chained in her. It is unfair, and all is unfair in lust and war. Relates the there war between good and evil. Her desire to be powerful pulls her to the dark side, while her husband tries to pull her back to the light side. But the desire for power is greater than the desire for ethical redemption beyond right and wrong. One last big describing lines that relates to Lady Macbeth when she orders Macbeth to kill Duncan. She goes over the line of right and wrong from the point that they couldn't be saved from the sin and evil. The chorus opens the show. We're feeling very guilty about the deed that they have committed. This is why love is sweet talking despair to make it go away. Lady Macbeth sleepwalking past hope, meaning there is no chance of her being able to make things right. All is lost in war, and we can do it is wail and weep in saddest song. There is no good left in Lady Macbeth, and the war to change her life is lost. All she can do now is cry about the monster she has turned into. The next verse is where she finally accepts the evil that she has done and a monster has become. There is barely any good left in her. This is why she unlit the light to embrace the dark. The next line relates to that Lady Macbeth fears that she will turn into Lady Macbeth, be a senseless, killing, heartless, evil deeds. Eventually, by about Act 4, Lady Macbeth has given up on her husband's and life and wants nothing to do with her husband. Murderous plans. She was sick of having the blood of innocent people of her hands, so she tried to stop Macbeth's plan to kill Macduff's family, but to no avail. The second and most obvious reason for choosing this scene is her sleepwalking scene. In this scene, she finally submits to the guilt and admits that to all the things that she has done and that she has kept.